Well, hello, welcome to my channel. This is to a bunch of California people or people that moved out of California. Anyway, my question is Bruno Mars Black Leroy's son? That's what I want to know. This guy looks just like a guy I used to know years ago, and he was a real character. He used to come into King Henry's out on Crenshaw Boulevard, and back when Erwin and Renata owned it. And let's see who was working there. Pepper, Diana Nelson, Dave Embers, some big dumb Indian guy, some New Yorker dude was a manager there. Ralph Agnew used to come in there. Bruce Demo came in there. Trucker Dave, the Rotten Corner, a lot of different folks. And there was a guy that used to come in who was a black guy, and I mean, he was really black. Small frame, he always wore a very nice suit, and he wore a fedora, kind of tilted to the side. And he was a very soft-spoken, fairly quiet gentleman, and his name was Leroy. And once you got to know Leroy, nothing ever went wrong around you. If he heard anybody was mean to you or was trying to do something to you, he somehow or another would hear about it and would handle that. And if you did have a problem he didn't know about, you could discuss it with him, and he would always have a solution. Really nice guy. He had a all-night place. It was, I think, down by downtown LA or out in Compton or something. It was a 2-story white building, but you had to know somebody to get in there. And they served food and stuff, and it was open after the bars closed. It was pretty cool. And anyway, Leroy had gone to jail for a little bit for, I think, gambling, and got out after like a year. And I loaned his girlfriend money. He had a baby by her, and I loaned his girlfriend money, and I'm thinking Bruno Mars was that kid. This is kind of back around the 80s, I guess. And he was really neat people. I was wondering if anybody has known what's ever happened to Leroy. This is back in the days when Big Mac owned like almost all the clubs down in Hawthorne and Inglewood. And Big Mac's gone now. I worked for Big Mac. He was a pretty straight up kind of guy. I met him, the first time I met him, I had no clue who he was, and everybody was like all running scared, and I'm like, I'm not running scared. I was a cocktail waitress, and I waited on him and another gentleman that was with him. And they looked like 2 big football pros is what they looked like. Huh. But Leroy used to drink, I think it was Courvoisier, in a little snifter, and he liked it heated up, and a lot of times he'd heat it up with a lighter. And he did this funny thing with the serviette where he would wrap it around the bottom of the glass, and he would drink it holding it like that, maybe so nobody got his fingerprints, I don't know what. But Leroy, if you're out there, hi from Big Red. Hope you're doing well, and tell me if Bruno Mars is your kid, because, God, he looks just like you. Anyway, hello to everybody out there. Rosie, Diana, Pepper. I know Tony Mac's long gone. I heard about that. Let's see. Annie Ass, we used to call her. She had no boobs but had booty. All those funny people way back. I hope everybody's doing great. Roland Bernard Dubuque, Buzz, used to be manager at Old Cahill's in Lenox. No Nose Tony was a manager over there at Harvey's Club, which I think is now Jet Strip. And of course, my dearest friend who had the Wild Goose, Ralph. I think Ralph's already gone, but the club still exists. But those were great places to go to drink if you were a single girl, because they had security and people would protect you. They were way better than the straight bars, that's for sure. You were always safe because you always had a nice gentleman to walk you to your car, throw them a tip. Man, they were great. Never had problems with people harassing you or anything. They were a lot of fun. The food's the greatest in those clubs. But anyway, hi to everybody, and Leroy, if you're around. Hi, buddy, how's it going? Hadn't talked to you in a million years. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well in Southern California, and you have a great one. Talk to you later.